At 13-10, if Carolina was ever going to put on their stinking war face, now would be the time to do it. Huddle up.
You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Russ, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, we're going to talk about the Heels hosting the Pitt Panthers at the Dean Dome this Saturday for the second time. In about 10 days, it'll be at 4 p.m. on ESPNU. But as always, before we get into the details of this thing, man, let's take care of some housekeeping items. And of course, shout out to the Huddle Hooligans, man. We're coming down the stretch of our second basketball season as a channel. And though the results on the court aren't even close to what we've anticipated or expected at the beginning of the year, dude, we've had an outstanding time as a family, and it's only going to get stronger as the years go by. So if you are a diehard Tar Heel, man, and you want to support the channel, you enjoy hanging out with the stinking fellas, man, consider becoming a Huddle Hooligan today. Now, live reaction and watch party this Saturday, February 8th at 4 p.m. You need to come hang out with your boy as we see if the Heels can somehow muster a late season push, man. Maybe a 2022-esque, type run. We'll stink and see. But come hang out with your boy anyway, especially if you're a diehard Tar Heel, man. So let's jump right into this thing by taking a look at the updated ACC rankings. And we can see that the Puke Blue Devils are unblemished in ACC play at 12-0. Louisville and Clemson are 10-2. SMU and Wake Forest are at 9-3. Stanford is 7-5. Carolina is 6-5. And the opponent, the Pitt Panthers, are 5-6. The ACC slate this Saturday includes Virginia Tech at Notre Dame, Miami at Louisville, Boston College at Syracuse, Wake Forest at Cal, Georgia Tech at Virginia, big basketball game, Puke at Clemson, and Little Bro goes out to California to take on the Stanford Cardinal. So here we go, baby. The Pitt Panthers have lost 2 straight themselves. At Wake Forest by 2, but then they were absolutely blown out at home by Virginia in a surprising 73-57 defeat, man. So you know that these guys are going to be looking to rebound, and right that ship. The 14-8 Pitt Panthers are led by head coach Jeff Capel, who has a 111-100 record at Pitt, which is good for a .526 win percentage. The Panthers' leading scorer and assist man is a 6'3", 175-pound sophomore guard, Jalen Lowe, who's averaging 17 points per game, 5.5 assists, and 4.2 boards. He's shooting 38% from the field and only 27.5% from 3. I think he had 18 points against Carolina out there in Pitt a week and a half ago. Pitt's leading rebounder is a 6'3", 185-pound senior guard, Ishmael Leggett, who's averaging 5.7 rebounds to go along with 16.5 points per game himself and 2.7 assists. He's shooting 47.7% from the floor and 34.1% from 3. Now, Carolina is obviously coming off of an 87-70 beatdown at the hands of the Puke Blue Devils. And they've lost 4 of their last 5 stinking games, dude, including a 73-65 loss at Pitt 10 days ago. So if Carolina's going to have any shot at making a run at the dance this year, it has to start right stinking now, dude. Now, the 13-10 Heels are led by head coach Hubert Davis, who's 91-41 in his 4th season at his alma mater, which is good for a .689 win percentage. Carolina's leading scorer is a 6', 180-pound senior guard, R.J. Davis, who is averaging 17.3 points per game, 3.9 boards, and 3.9 assists per game, while shooting 39.6% from the field and 30.8% from 3. Their leading rebounder is a 6'3", 195-pound junior guard, Seth Trimble, who's averaging 5.4 rebounds to go along with 12.2 points per game and 1.6 assists. And their leading assist man is a 6'1", 180-pound sophomore point guard, Elliot Cadeau, who's averaging 6 assists per game, 3.2 turnovers, man, not quite 2-1. He's additionally contributing 10.6 points and 3.2 rebounds per game. Now, The Pitt Panthers are averaging 78.5 points per game, and they're giving up 71, while Carolina is averaging 81.2 points per game, and they are giving up 76.7. The Heels are averaging 4 more rebounds and 3 more assists. Pitt is averaging 1 more block and 1 more steal. So, now that we've taken a look at the individual and team statistics, let's get into Russ's 3 keys to a Tar Heel victory. Key number 1, bro, at this point of the season is this. Bro, you have got to stinking play with some pride, man. We're at the point of the season where this team from the top down needs to forget about the past, huddle up, and play for one another. We are 100% in a daggum hole, and it is a deep hole. The only possible way out of this hole is to work together as a team, man, for the rest of the season, okay? I'm telling you what I would do. I'm telling you what the boys need to do. You need to look to your left and right, bro, and you need to go all out for your stinking brothers, man. I'm looking to my left and my right. I'm setting the best screens that I can. I'm staying as positive as I can as a teammate. I am fighting for my stinking brothers, bro. And then I'll let the chips fall where they may, man. I want to see this team play together, okay? I want to see them play with pride. 13-10 at the University of North Carolina. You better play with some stinking pride for that daggum name on the front of your chest, man. Key number 2, ball security, man. Carolina started the Duke game absolutely abysmal with ball security, especially my man EC, bro. He has got to be sound with the basketball, dude. Carolina's offense has been average at best since the Christmas break, and the Heels can absolutely ill afford to waste possessions with carelessness with the basketball, okay? We have got to protect the basketball. Ball security needs to be at a premium. That is key number 2. Ball security, man. We cannot turn the ball over, left and stinking right. And key number 3, man, primary and secondary break, okay? The Heels are going to have to get out and run. Pure, plain, and simple. It's 100% when they're at their best, and I have not seen anything that would insinuate Carolina's going to get out of that ISO ball that has made the offense stagnant whenever we run our basic half-court sets, dude. We're just going to have to stink and run, guys, every chance we get. Have to get out and push the basketball as much as possible to win this basketball game. Key number 3, man, primary and secondary break. And that'll take us to the prediction portion of the show. Now, the ESPN matchup indicator surprisingly gives the Heels a 71% chance of beating the Pitt Panthers. And I wish to the high heavens that I had that kind of stinking hope, bro. Here's what I think. Carolina's had an entire week to rest, recuperate, clear the mind, whatever else you need to do to get ready for this last stinking push, okay? Despite this, until I actually see some changes in scheme, my confidence in this team from the coaching staff down is at an all-time low in 2024-2025, man. Now listen, okay? Do not misconstrue that as not pulling from my stinking team, okay? I love the Heels, but like I've stated before, this is where I do my best to objectively look at these two teams and decide who I legitimately think is going to win this basketball game. I just don't have confidence right now that Hubert Davis will, in my personal opinion, properly utilize the pieces that he has. RJ, coming off of multiple screens to get open looks. Some more two-man game, pick-and-roll type sets that can get EC to the lane and open up big guys for drop-off, since we don't have big guys that can play with their back to the basket down in the post, man. And even letting Ian get into some of that two-man game as well, dude. Until we actually play passionate man-to-man, trap on some makes to turn offense into defense, or defense into offense, to cover up for the lack of size that we have in the daggone backcourt, man. I just can't sign off on a Carolina victory right now, dude, against some of the better teams in the conference. Pitt beat Carolina 73-65 at Pitt. I've got Pitt 78 in this one. And unfortunately, Carolina 75. And boy, do I stinking hope that I am wrong. Please, prove me wrong, Carolina. Prove me stinking wrong. So you let me know what you think about this score prediction down in the comment section. Tar Heel and Pitt Panther Nation. Is your boy onto something? Or am I sitting up there in the daggum nosebleeds having no idea what I'm talking about? Don't you forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel before you hit that exit button. And I hope I'm wrong, boys, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me 10 daggum times, well, that one's just on me. We'll catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation.